Hello, and thank you for clicking on my video. If you like the content I'm creating, please subscribe. That really helps me a lot. All right, let's get started with today's DevOps SRE question. Let's go back to the window where I had. Let me make this a little bigger so you can see better. So today's question is a scenario question with Terraform. So imagine if you have a company in which there's 20 people, 20 developers who are SREs who write Terraform code that manages resources that you have in AWS or GCP. How can you set up a system that facilitates this, that makes it work, right? That takes into account all these people, developers and SREs working on the same stuff, right? How can you do that? And what kind of issues can come from that? So if you want to think about the answer for a second, pause the video and I will give you an answer in just a second. Okay, so when you have multiple developers or SREs working on the same code base in the same cloud infrastructure, there are at least two issues that come up. One is the issue of state files, which I will explain in a second, and then of course there's the eternal problem of code overrides and version control and whatnot. That's the easier thing to solve. But anyway, so let's start with the first one. When you have Terraform creating cloud infrastructure, the state file, that means it is the thing that has all the information about what infrastructure you have, what configurations you have, what things you have in the cloud, and what are those configurations, what are the parameters. All of that is called the state, right? That's how it knows what you have. And when you do a Terraform plan or apply, it compares what's out there with the state file, right? When you have multiple developers working on the same infrastructure, that state file has to be remote someplace. Let's see, an S3 bucket or a bucket in Google Cloud, so that nothing is stored locally when it comes to the state file. Everything is in a remote place where everybody has same access to that, so that whenever you're applying, you automatically basically download this latest state file, so you don't undo somebody else's work. Similar situation with the code. So if you have multiple engineers working on the same code base, you have version control. You have to have version control. So you can use that basically with Git repos and branching strategies, which is no different than any other code base that you would be working on. So these are the two issues that come when you have multiple developers and SREs working on the same code base with Terraform. And these are some of the ways you can solve them. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.